Tactical bombers only. It's a challenge, but it's not really a challenge. This is so unbelievably broken. That's right, I'm going to spam nothing but tactical bombers. I'm not even going to modify my existing templates. Welcome to the most wacky version of democratic France. Yes, this is done with exploits. Prepare for more exploits. Apparently, from the view counts, that's what you guys are into. So, I will deliver. Let us begin. To prove my point, select all the divisions, change them over to the basic infantry, move them all to my capital. For the rest of the game, I'm just going to make 1 artillery and 1 infantry equipment. Everything else is going to go into tactical bombers. Probably the question you're asking is, why are you going for tactical bombers over CAS? Well, at the start of the game, you start with really advanced tactical bombers as France, and you also start with a lot of them pre-built, so why not go with the tactical bombers? And trust me, with this exploit you're about to see, it does work out better if you go for more quality aircraft over numbers. And we're going to start off with military factories. Don't usually do this, but we need lots and lots of firepower early game and the same old industry. We are going to say democratic, but we're kind of going a little historical, so we're going to revive the national bloc. Now we need to wait for the Spanish Civil War. And here we are, the tacticals. We'll exercise those to level 3 and make the stack size as big as it will go. And now we're going to leave it alone. The beauty of this strategy with France is you have a huge amount of aluminium and you've got a decent amount of rubber as well. So feel free to pump out those bombers and not have to worry about importing resources. Fantastic. French industry isn't great. Well, I'll fix that later, but let's give people rights to begin with. We're going to go for concentrated industry because we just want to go for raw output. And here we go. This is where it begins. The Spanish Civil War. Unfortunately, as France, you're democratized, so you can't intervene. Very sad. However, focus. Intervene in the Spanish Civil War. I guess we can intervene. And we will. Oh, we will. And here we go. Spanish intervention is now possible. So what you have to do is go into decisions and allow covert intervention. This will allow you to send volunteers. Boom. Volunteers is now possible. How many can we send? 4. You know what? We'll send the 4. Why not? The 4 fully strength divisions. Send. Off you go. Now, the truth is we don't really want to send actual divisions. We're just saying that because we're going to help out the Republicans as much as we can. Now, this is the exploit, boyos. So, what you need to do is send your air wings to the Civil War. But we can only send 147. Now, that's pathetic numbers. We want to send our full air force to full 247. So, how do we do that? So, we press D, which is the split command, until we can send 1 air wing. Boom. 2 of them on the way, funnily enough. And now they're on the way. We press G before they arrive. And now they've all merged up. Oh, there we go. We're over the limit by 100 planes. Huh. How did that happen? How did that happen? So now we've sent way too many planes to the Spanish Civil War. And guess what? We get to use the entirety of them and do a lot of firepower. Oh, yeah. One of the smart things to do is deny them from taking the north here. This will prevent them from denying the Carlists. And then the Carlists will rise up. And then you have a 4-way civil war, which is very favorable to the Republicans. Nice. So look at this. 1936. 138 air XP. And you know what we're going to do. Centralized control. And top it off, we're also going to go for air crew surveys. Get those doctrines nice and cheap. Oh no, political problems as France. That's not new. So silent work calls because we get the PP. And then we're going to have to buy time to fix our disjointed government. Just another game of France. Okay, nothing new. Okay, don't get too excited. We do our first doctrine. And it's going to be Operation Integrity. And if you do Operate Integrity, guess what? You unlock Material Destruction, which allows you to practically upgrade your tactical bombers for free. Just need 50 XP and 47, 48, 49. Bingo. Now we need 200 XP and we can fully max out our tactical bomber 1 in 1937. It's so dumb. I love it. So the question is now is you can't reinforce this. So whenever they lose planes, which we've lost 20 planes, can't reinforce them. But the easy way to fix that is you send them back home, merge them up with your existing air wings. Once again, split them down so you can fit them. Send them back, and on the way, press G. Boom, you're arrived, and we've got a full air wings, and we're doing maximum damage. Absolutely brutal. Spanish requests aid. Are you joking with me right now? We're already helping you. Another exploit is that there's a combat width limit for planes. And if there's 2 air wings of 100, you can only get a maximum of a certain amount of planes within an air battle. If you make the size of the air wing unusually large, in this case, as you can see, 300, it causes overall more damage because it goes beyond the combat width. And there's no penalty for going over the combat width in air, so go nuts. Oh no, the anarchists. still going to attack this northern Iberian region because we want to hold on to these northern states for as long as possible. Remember, so we can deny them from going for the Carlist national focus. Therefore, we'll get the four-way civil war, which will be a nightmare for them. All right, we're fixing our government, kind of. And now we're going to fix our economic problems. Then we can really pump out a crap ton of tactical bombers. There we go, 200 XP. So hop into our tactical bombers and just max the whole thing out. You've got material destruction, so this is 75% cheaper. And there you go. Boom, done. A maxed out tactical bomber. It's just that easy. And now you can start working on your doctrines. The gold reserves of Spain. I don't mind if I do. And more aircrew surveys to reduce the doctrines down. And now we can rush the doctrines. Complete all your doctrines by 1939. Don't mind if I do. And the Carlists have rose up. We have a four-way civil war. In this case, now we'll just hold on to Madrid. You can see the damage they're doing per tick now. Around about 15 to 20, sometimes 25 cast damage. Just based on that we can go around the limit of air combat with just by having juicy big air wings. Oh no! Problems in the West! And problems means partial mode for us. Yeah, working on technology a little bit ahead of time. I mean, I'm just making planes, so industry is the only thing I can really go for, unless I want to go for one of the new planes. At the moment, it's a little bit too ahead of time, so I'm not going to bother. Now we've built our economy and built the franc up. Now we are rich from our expensive, valuable currency, and then we devalue it. Yes, ups and downs, boys. Capitalism for dummies. Goes without saying, but you're going to be low on fuel. That's the only resource you've not got a lot of. That's France, so you're going to have to get a little bit for that from America. Doctrines. More doctrines. Did someone say doctrines? That's right. More. You know, I can't tell if they're winning or losing, but all we're doing is holding on to Madrid and make sure we secure that airport. That's all I really care about, because that way I can keep bombing and gaining more air XP. And do you know why we need air XP? More. Well, the Carlists have fallen. It's the beginning of the end. We will now disjoint the government. Oh, man, give me political power. I need it so badly. Speaking of the Civil War, it's practically over. But you're probably thinking, oh, but this is not the only war to worry about, right? Also, more. 2 Spains left out of a total of 4. However, there is another war over here that's happening. So let's send volunteers over to our good buddies, China. The 4, send them over, send them over. And you're probably thinking, hang on a second. Wasn't the agreement that I fixed the Spanish Civil War? And the volunteers were only for the Spanish Civil War? That's right, it affects all countries, surprisingly. Yeah, it's only meant to be for Spain, but it allows all countries. Haha! So if the Spanish Civil War did end, I would not be able to send volunteers, so just be aware of that. And it's over. We're unable to send volunteers now, but we've already sent them, so it don't matter. It don't matter. So we have 1,000 air wing size now. So how many can we send to China? We can send 301, which is pretty impressive if you think about it. Right click, send them over. One of them has been sent. Can you see this? Then press G, merge them all up. That's 1,000 air wing size. Now, I'll admit, this runs into a few issues because no airbase can really take them on, so you can't really have a full stack. Otherwise, you'll suffer from, in this case, 100% airbase overcrowding. In this case, you're going to have to split them, sadly. Split, pop them here, close air support, and do the damage. Oh, 40, 50, 60, 70 damage per tick. 80! Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is not looking good for our Japanese boyos. Oh, dear. Oh, my goodness. Getting absolutely disintegrated. All right, the government is fixed now, and we can work on the next level of tactical bombers. I think we'll just start researching it now. At the same time, we need more research slots, so we have to work down the industry tree on the left. So let's do that now. The amount of firepower they've been inflicted right now, they can't hold this for very long. Battles that go on for a long time due to having high org on the China side will result in insane damage to Japan. They can't hold out much long. And they have shot down like 70 of our tacticals, so they are putting up a fight. However, I'm producing 4.1 tactical bombers per day. Ooh. Yeah, they're not going to keep up with that production. Oh no, problems in Czechoslovakia. Betrayal. That's the path I'm going down. The betrayal focus path. Oh no, airport in the north has been reconnected. I'll move my planes there and continue the bombing. Start working on the next tactical bomber. We'll also get the air wing for it as well. Yeah, why not? Send an attaché. I really don't want to, but we need some war support, so we're going to have to send it to China. Otherwise, we're going to lose our partial mobilization. Boom. And no one cares about being demobilized anymore. Thank goodness. What's this? Tactical bombing expert. Extra 15% ground support. I don't mind if I do. And there we go. Maxed up the air tree in 1938. We did it 1 year ahead of schedule. Air experience. Don't need it anymore. We will go back to material destruction, though, to get a practically a free new tactical bomber, too, though. Don't mind if I do. It's really awesome awesome to see the damage air power can do alone. It's insane. And then why not? Slice them into the Japanese puppets. Here you go. And the West is cut off. Encircle, encircle, encircle. Air combat training. 10% extra ace generation. Yeah, why not? More communism. Ugh, I don't care. Gonna go down the air dominance path. Technically, a lot of these bonuses we don't take advantage of. No. Flying artillery. Extra tactical bomber. Ground attack 15%. Yes, that's definitely worth. And they're gone. And everyone always asks the question, how many casualties have you inflicted? Because I'm a volunteer, I'm not included in these numbers, but overall, they've lost just shy of 1,900,000. July 1939. Is the world ready for what's coming? Probably not. Poland, we guarantee your independence. Oh no! We have war. Let's bring the fighters back. War, it never changes. And also what we're going to do is send our tactical bombers over to here and do close air support. And the amount of damage that we'll inflict will be nothing short that brutal. All right, way too many mills at the minute. Let's make some civs. I know we've done this in reverse order, but you know what? This is a wonky game. You'll see. And pushing into Libya, the cast damage is insane. Just stripping them apart. They push. And we hit them with the CAS. Gonna lose a mighty fine handful of CAS, but whew, we've got so many to replace them. At the very same time as well, let's do logistic strikes. The Tactical 2 is done. That means we can max it out on day 1. And they have arrived. Bring on the CAS destruction. Meanwhile, Africa has been liberated. Victory in Africa. And we desperately need these divisions to come back home now. The army's been reformed. I've gone for some of my officer corps, some doctrines. Classic logistics focus, army relief, theater training, standard. And my next up, my favorite place to push, right here. Oh, 100 damage. Oh my goodness, the damage. The Alps are now paper. Oh, look at all the fighters too. Tax versus fighters, who will win? By looks of things, it is the fighters by looks of things. No surprise there, right? And then when I'm done the Alps, just move back to northern France just to make sure we hold down our key areas. You can see that we're getting hit convoys here quite heavily. So I'm just going to send you guys over here. And we can do this, by the way, because we've got insane range. And I'm just going to see what I hit. Yeah, we're hitting loads of ships. Hopefully submarines. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what's that? Italy having issues with supply? Let's make it even worse. Logistics. Strike them over and over and over again. Again, go! All the last standing. Oh my goodness. We're going to take out Northern Italy. Why? Because that's where all the factories are. You get the factories, nip it in the bud. In that case, no more Italy. Hungary joining at a really silly time. Italy, why have you not capitulated? That's enough. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that is enough. There we go. So every person who says France is weak, shame on you. This is the potential that France has. Shame. The beauty of when you've got like a ridiculous amount of chaos is that when you push into mountains, the mountains just melt. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about the power of the infantry on the ground or the tanks on the ground. It all just comes down to if you can cast them enough, you'll eventually kill them. And in most cases, we will. All right, the boils in the lowlands. Push. Oh, look at that damage. It'll be a bit of a slow grind, but because it's lowlands, it's easy to grind through. No, not many air penalties for CAS. Belgium liberated and the UK liberating the north. Oh, man. I guess we just keep pushing now, I guess. North, successful. The south, and oh. This is why I don't rely on the AI to make front lines. Every now and then they're like, you know, that important fort that we should really hold in France? You know, I think I'll just walk out of it. Hey, I like this. This is an actual challenge now. I think we'll send one of our best air wings into Yugoslavia as well. Hold the middle of Yugo. This will do so much damage. Oh, so much damage. It's just going to be a thorn in their side as well. And we hold. Well, for now. Low manpower, so we're on extensive, and classic France, they're back on strike. My goodness. Hey, normally this is a cakewalk, and I just breeze through Italy, then I breeze through Germany. This is actually really fun that I'm actually having a bit of a challenge here. Hey, I didn't call this a challenge for no reason, okay? Yugo fallen. Build an airbase inside of Greece. Hold Greece. Deploy the bombers. Greeks are even making ground now as well. This is a war of attrition. This game is all back and forth. So we lose Yugo. We take Italy. We lose Italy. We gain Libya. We lose Corsica. China, we managed to push them all the way back to Manchu. Then they pushed all the way back. Broke the Maginot. We pushed into Belgium and we're kind of holding it. This game is so awesome. Oh, it's like we do a little bit of a sneaky counterattack here and make a little few encirclements. This slow, steady grind to push them back. Looks like it is possible now. Oh dear. Oh dear. And remember, these divisions haven't changed, by the way. Do you know I'm still using the ones I started the game with? And I haven't trained a single extra division. So this is just purely getting pushed back by pure air power. Oh my goodness, so much air power. So much air power. Adaptable, Charles de Gaulle. That's a lot of divisions in Italy. They're going to push there, aren't they? So in that case, I'm going to push in France. Made some ground, but I haven't taken back all my core territory yet. Slowly take it back piece by piece. Oh no! Against the Swiss borders. Pushing the north is exhausted. Let's counterattack in Italy again. Deploy the cast. We've reached a critical level of tax now where I don't think they can ever really realistically counter us. Italy's taken 1.8, 1.9 million losses. So I made a new tactical air wing here. I'm building up to 1,000 tactical bombers. And have a little look at what the composition is. Look at all these. I just accept every Lend-Lease I get sent, so I agree to them. So we have a lot of British bombers here. There's some Italian ones there as well. Americans have landed in the lowlands and split them off, half and half in the Netherlands. And we've split Italy again. Feels strange capitulating Italy twice in one game. It is what it is. Italy capitulated again. We've finally got a full, secure Mediterranean now. Corsica, Sardinia's taken back. Greece is holding on. Yugoslavia's back. Importing 30 civilian factories worth of fuel from America. And we have the Tactical Bomber 3, which we will fully upgrade from day one. Doesn't really make sense in a way. Variants are meant to be like a way of adapting your aircraft to combat different situations. What situation am I in? Well, like day one situation where we already know how the war's going to go down and I've got all the XP. Maybe a 75% reduction maybe is a little bit too much. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. The beauty of tactical bombers as well is they've got insane range. So right now I'm going from Calais to the Alpine region and I have 100% mission efficiency. It's a little bit easy just to like move your air force to here and be like, oh, now we're bombing here. It's just, it feels like a little bit too easy. You know what I mean? Maybe this should be an air rework. Maybe? This is also something I forget about. This was added in Together for Victory, the first expansion for Hoi 4, the continuous focuses. 10% cheaper aircraft means now we're producing how many? 6 tactical 3s per day. Damn. Do you know what? Free trade at 6.1 to 2.75. What's happening? Oh, I've run out of resources. That's why. Okay, that wasn't a good idea. All right, mistakes were made. Let's pretend we didn't do that. Go mass tactical strikes. Hit all the capitals of the Axis. Mass logistical damage. Yep, there. Bucharest, Sofia, Berlin. The fall of Berlin. Germany lost 5 million manpower. 3 of that is to France. Italy lost 2.11 million. Half of that was from me. G. Hey, don't click off this video yet. We've still got Japan to deal with. The spoils of war. What? You want me to join the war against Japan? What a great idea. Japan gulps at the thought of 4K cast heading their way. Are these American islands? Well, lots of areas basically to build airports. The United Kingdom is sending us 0 guns. Thanks for that, UK. Appreciate that. Helping a guy out, you know. The tactical bombers are in position. Commence close air support. Oh, 300 in one tick. 400 in one tick. And just watch how the Chinese disintegrate the Japanese now. Then we begin naval striking them. Just all submarines. Oh my god, just massacre of subs. All right, hitting convoys as well. Convoys are probably full of troops as well, causing some insane casualties. Yep, troop transports because they're pulling out. Democratic Germany submarines. 3 carriers. I can't even imagine how broken this is going to be when the air rework comes into play. Yep, sunk 3 carriers. The carrier was sunk by a French tactical bomber. And again, and again. Oh, they've still got 3 left, though. 6 carriers in total. How many did they have in the war? It was 4, wasn't it? I'm going to mine the coast of Japan now. Why not, right? And there we go. The Allies have landed. 2 more capitals. I think that was another carrier I just saw. Yep, another one. Oh, it's a really old one, though. Hit by French tactical bomber. Okay, we have 1% contribution, and that's all from sinking ships. If we start bombing them, how much contribution we get? Get up to 1,000 extra points. Go, bomb. 5%, 6%. Okay, this is way more OP than I thought it was going to be. Well, I guess this seems to be like one of the easiest ways of getting war contribution. Just drop a load of bombs. However, there is like a cap at 1,000, as you can see there. GG! And we are pretty much done. Do I just be really obnoxious and weird now and grab some land and bits of land? China's pissed because I grabbed this. Japan's pissed because I grabbed this. And I guess maybe America's pissed because I grabbed this. I got my spoils of this war. Well, we can say 100% right now that tactical bombers, if you make enough of them, are brutally OP. That's to say, I did lose quite a lot of them, particularly against the Germans and their anti-air. Overall, right now, 6,000 CAS and producing 18 per day. Brutally broken. Bye. Everyone who loved this video also loved this one. Give it a click.